Good morning, Mon Petit, and welcome back to my channel. I am not gonna lie to you, I feel like a new woman this morning. I don't know what it is about fake tan. Please tell me I'm not the only one that feels like this, but when I apply fake tan, I feel like I've been reborn. I feel like I've had a glow up. I feel like I am literally a new person, and I have actually not fake tanned in weeks since kind of getting my migraines again. It's obviously not really been very high on my priority list and not really been something I've been thinking about. I also feel like I haven't really needed it as much because particularly on my upper half of my body, I actually have a little bit of a natural tan, which is very unlike me because I'm a very pale girly. In fact, I got such a reality check when we did have the heat wave because I wore linen shorts for the first time, and obviously I usually wear longer line dresses, midi dresses, maxi dresses, trousers, and it was the first time I'd had my legs out pretty much the entire year, so I got such bad heat rash on my legs and burnt my legs pretty badly. But on the upper half of my body, I feel like I have a real tan. You can also see the freckles that have really started to come out. You always know when I've been spending a lot of time out in the garden. I've been doing a lot of gardening. I've been sitting out, reading my book, and it's just been so lovely to actually get a bit of vitamin D, get a little bit of natural color, but getting a top up of tan. When I say faux tan as well, actually, or fake tan, it's actually not a fake tan in kind of the traditional sense of the word, and it's not fake tan in the way that I used to. I kind of look back and think about the routine I used to have, and I do question how on earth I maintained it, how on earth I kept up with it, because it was just so high maintenance. I found that I had to pretty much reapply it every 2 to 3 days, and actually when I look back at the color that I used to be, it just isn't natural for me. It just wasn't really right for my skin tone, because obviously being a pale girl, going from super pale to super, I never really went dark, but a medium tan, it just didn't really look right on me. I always looked a little bit orange, whereas now I use this and I feel like it looks so much more natural. This is the Tan Luxe The Gradual, and it's literally just a gradual tanning lotion, so I really like it because I'm someone who moisturizes every time I get out of the shower anyway, so I just find maybe once or twice a week I will basically switch out my moisturizer for this instead. And the only thing you really need to do is wash your hands afterwards. You don't need to scrub it off, you don't need to scrub your skin beforehand. It's literally just the most natural glowing moisturizer. I absolutely love it. So I feel like I've got a little bit of color this morning. I'm also wearing my little Jewellery waistcoat. I'm so in love with this waistcoat. It's a little striped knitted number, and I feel like it's perfect for this kind of transitional weather where it's still warm but you want something a little bit more transitional. I feel like I'm getting slightly ready to start thinking about my transitional wardrobe, and at least just to start planning my wardrobe, because it's such an awkward time of year trying to dress now, because it's the kind of year where in the morning it can be a little bit chilly, throughout the day it gets quite warm, and then in the evening it gets a bit cold again. And I do find we get a lot of fluctuation in the weather at this time of year. Some days it can be 20 degrees, some days it can be 12 degrees. So there's a lot of fluctuation. It's quite a tricky time of year to dress. So I am starting to think about planning my transitional wardrobe, but I wanted to show you a new delivery that I just received that I'm so excited about. You may notice I have no jewellery on because I want to style these pieces up and I want to try them on. You know what I'm such a child. I'm immediately want to get something out and try it on. And I've got some gorgeous new pieces from Lily & Rue. Now Lily & Rue is a really beautiful jewellery brand. I would say they're probably best known for bridal jewellery, and I have been on the hunt for quite a while for more of a matching set. I feel like my taste with regards to my jewellery have changed so much over the last couple of years, and I definitely would say that one of the main things for me is pieces that are timeless, pieces that are classic, pieces that can just be styled up so seamlessly. And I don't have anything that's a matchy set in my collection, and you know how much I love a matchy set, whether that's with my accessories, whether that's with a cord or anything like that. And I feel like I've been missing a matchy set in my jewellery. So I have some new pieces from Lily & Rue to show you, and of course they have pearls. I just can't go over pearls. I absolutely love them. I feel like they are the most timeless and classic piece, and I'm so excited to style these little matching pieces together. So I'm going to start off with the earrings, because these earrings are a little bit tangled actually. Let me just twist that around. These earrings are beautiful, and I don't have anything like this in my collection. They're this really cool kind of chain, drop chain with the 4 pearls in them, and honestly I just think they're going to be so perfect when it comes to maybe more elevated evening wear styling. How gorgeous are these? Oh my goodness, I feel like these are the perfect elevated statement understated jewelry piece, and I know that is such an oxymoron. I know that that literally contradicts what it says, but I've seen so many people talking about this at the moment. There's those pieces that are just like really timeless, really classic, that look so demure but are such a statement. Oh my word, I think these earrings are going to become a real staple in my collection. I am absolutely in love with them. And as I said, it is a matchy set. So I think we have the necklace and the bracelet in here, which I could not be more in love with. I mean, look at these. I love the packaging as well. These are just so beautiful. I honestly don't think I've ever seen anything as dainty and as elegant as this. I was really unsure if it was going to go with this neckline, and now that I've got it on, I'm like, wow, that actually really works. And I find that going for like more of a chain necklace with like a v-neck can be really, really tricky to style, but I feel like it's just because it's so teeny tiny and so dainty. Oh my word, that is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And look at the bracelet. Oh my word, this is just stunning. I feel like you can't get anything more classic than just beautiful pearls with a little gold dainty chain. And as someone who has tiny wrists, like teeny tiny wrists, I really struggle to find beautiful bracelets that they don't like get lost on your wrist, but they're still really tiny, they're really dainty and really elegant. And I just think this is the perfect matching set. I feel like this would be amazing for like wedding styling as well. If you're maybe a bridesmaid, if you're a bride, if you're just a wedding guest, this would be so beautiful. Something that's just really special that you maybe bring out for like really special occasions, date nights or like anniversaries or things like that. I just think it's so lovely. It would also be a great gift. So I'll leave it linked down below. I'll leave all of these pieces linked down below, along to a link to just Lily and Bruce. I definitely recommend checking out their jewelry. If you're like me, you love beautiful, timeless, dainty and classic jewelry. I feel like they've changed the game for me. I am absolutely in love. Speaking of the beautiful jewellery, there's this trend that's been going around on TikTok. It just got me thinking about it because it is one that keeps popping up on this trend. And this trend, honestly, I am loving it. I keep watching the videos, so they obviously keep popping up. It's about niche things that you find chic. And a lot of the time they aren't necessarily niche. It would just be like things that you're like, yes, I feel like we can all agree that that's like a really chic thing. Like one of them is statement understated jewellery. So I'm so glad that I'm not the only person that's been talking about it. Like I feel like these pieces really are statement yet understated. The fact that you've got like the drop pearl, yet obviously it's still really like chic, it's really understated. It's not like this huge piece of jewellery in your ear or like on your neck. Like it's just so dainty and tiny, you can only just about see the chain. I absolutely love that. And it just got me thinking about like other things that I find really chic that I've been loving in these trends, like beautiful vintage watches. One of them they keep talking about is monogramming. I totally agree. I feel like monogramming is one of the chicest things you can ever have, and I am so glad that short nails seem to be coming up on that trend. So many girls keep talking about how chic they are, and I don't think I've actually shown you my nails. Sorry, my ring always twists around. I don't know why. Oh, that was another one. Engagement rings that are like understated or like a little bit smaller. I'm someone that has very dainty, tiny hands, so I wouldn't have wanted like a massive rock that takes up the entirety of my fourth finger. But yes, I got my nails done the other day, and I am just a short nail girl through and through. I absolutely love short nails. I feel like it suits me so much better. Whenever my nails start to get a little bit longer, I just don't feel like it feels very me. I much prefer short nails, and I love this color at the moment. So I've done 2 layers of bow and 1 layer of negligee. And negligee is a color that just makes any color look better. I absolutely love it. I like doing 3 layers as well because I feel like it lasts a little bit better. I can usually stretch just about to 3 weeks whenever I get my nails done with 3 layers on. But the 2 layers of bow are actually, well, both bow and negligee are actually technically French polish colors, so that's why they're a little bit more like sheer, a little bit more translucent. I don't know if it's going to focus now because my face is there, but it's a little bit more translucent. So I just find it grows out better. I find it's a little bit more flattering. I just like the fact that you can kind of see a little bit of your nail underneath as well. There we go, now it's focusing. And especially doing like a round short shape, I just think it works so well. So 2 layers of bow, 1 layer of negligee. That is the colours to go for. That is the colours, because obviously it's 2 colours. You sound very bougie when you request that at the nail salon, but trust me, it looks amazing. It's classic, it's timeless, it's giving Sophia Richie nails. I absolutely love it. So I would love to know. Comment down below what is something that is maybe a little bit more niche. It doesn't have to be niche, but something that you just find really chic. Like if you see a girl like this, you just think, yes, you are the chicest of the chic. I know that you've got your bish together. You just look so chic. So chic. For me, definitely monogramming. A matchy set is something I find so unbelievably chic. I absolutely love it. So comment down below, what is something you find really chic? I would love to know. I feel like I have a hair down my chest. Please excuse me, I need to inspect down my bra. I do. I always end up with hairs down my bra. Please tell me I'm not the only one that gets that. Honestly, it's a wonder how I still have so much hair left on my head. I swear half of it ends up on me, on the floor, around the house, in our Hoover. Let's not get started on how much hair we pick up in the Hoover. But anyway, as I mentioned this morning, it's officially time to start thinking about our transitional wardrobes, and I've been doing a little bit of planning, a little bit of foresight into the coming months, because whenever I'm adding pieces into my wardrobe, I want to make sure that they're going to work really hard in my wardrobe, and now can be quite a tricky time of year to buy pieces, to add items in, to shop, because obviously we're still in that warmer weather. We are still very much in summer, but it's not going to be around for much longer, and I don't want to be adding pieces into my wardrobe that I'm only going to get wear out of for like the next 2 weeks. I want to make sure that at least for like the next 2 months, if not even longer, I'm going to be able to wear and style these pieces. So I actually have a little haul from Cupshe. I've been doing a bit of work with Cupshe over on my Instagram. Obviously, I'm under no obligation to show them to you guys here, but I wanted to show them to you because number one, we have an amazing discount code, and number two, I think you're really going to enjoy these pieces. After doing my like high street that looks high-end video, I know so many of you guys are loving those like really elevated looking outfits on a budget. So discount codes: Ellie15 for 15% off orders over £49, or Ellie20 for 20% off orders over £70. Such amazing savings on top of already like really affordable prices. So let's jump into the video because I know you guys are going to love these pieces. First up, two of my favorite things combined: a matchy set and a beautiful waistcoat. Now this does come in a matching set. I picked it up in a medium and it looks a little on the small side, so it's going to be interesting to try on and see whether you're best off sizing up with this. I've not actually tried this piece on yet because this arrives separately to the other items in a separate delivery, but oh my gosh, how beautiful is this waistcoat. It's actually a really lovely material. It's quite a like stretchy, almost like seersucker material, which I think is so lovely because it means it's really comfy, it means it's really easy to style, and also you'll be able to get so much more wear out of the waistcoat individually from the short. So it is a short set, which I kind of love. I feel like it's so perfect for this time of year, and actually you could definitely get wear out of the shorts individually as well. Do you know one thing I love doing, particularly at like the end of August, beginning of September, is wearing shorts with a knit. I just feel like it's one of those niche things that just looks really chic. It's really giving that like coastal grandmother, coastal auntie vibe. You know, when you're just like out and about in the city, you've got a gorgeous pair of like trainers on, a cute little pair of shorts and a knit thrown over the top. I just think it looks so effortlessly chic. But I love the colorway of this. It's like a really lovely kind of creamy biscuity color, which is completely my vibe, and I love the gold button detail running down it. It always elevates a look so much whenever they have detailing like that. So a gorgeous little matching set that I definitely think you'll be able to get so much wear out of over the coming months. I'm not gonna lie, I was really worried as to how this was going to come up in terms of fit because it looked really tiny as I was holding it up. Actually, I think it fits so beautifully. It's just like a really nice fitted look, and I'm used to a lot of oversized looks, but I think it's actually really nice to go for something a little bit more like figure hugging. I love how the shorts look, the fact they've got their little pockets, and they're actually quite short shorts, which is really nice to see as a shorter girl, because most of the time the shorts come very long on me, can sometimes look a little bit frumpy. I also just love the waistcoat. I mean, how beautiful is this? The fact that it's stretchy, the fact that it's super comfy means it's just going to be such an easy wearable piece, and I love the button down detail. Such a gorgeous little set that will be able to mix and match all throughout the transitional period. And we have another matching set. Honestly, Cupshe are just killing it with their matching sets at the moment. I absolutely love them. You've already seen this if you watched my high street that looks high-end video. I am so in love with this set. It is the epitome of a really elevated, expensive looking piece. And again, because it is a set, you'll be able to style it up in different ways. You'll be able to style it up together or individually. In fact, I feel like the skirt is going to be something I get a lot of wear out of the coming months, because all I need to do is switch up the top, something a little bit thicker like a knit or a cardigan. But this top is also beautiful, and again, I think you could style this separately to the skirt, maybe with like a pair of jeans and a blazer thrown over the top and a cute little pair of ballet flats. Seriously, transitional vibes, but another gorgeous set I'm so obsessed with from Cupshe. I just could not love this matching set anymore. I mean, how Audrey Hepburn is this? It's just beautiful. The skirt is so lovely and full, and I love the fact that it's a black linen, so it's still really lightweight and breathable. But as I said, you'll definitely be able to style both of these up individually. The skirt with like knits and this top with jeans, or even just like wide leg trousers, I think would look beautiful. Another absolutely stunning set that I definitely think you'll be able to get the wear out of throughout the transitional period. Next dress, if you have a wedding coming up in September or October, I have found you the perfect wedding guest dress on a budget. I mean, the rich, deep blue tones in this dress are so stunning, and the cut and shape looks like something from Reformation. It looks like it should have cost an extra zero than it actually did, and wait until you see the try on, because oh my gosh, the way this fits is just beautiful. It's got a really lovely like stretchy panel at the back, so it means it just hugs you so nicely, and I think this would be such a beautiful wedding guest dress if you do have a like end of summer, early autumn wedding, because the colorway of this, the richness of the blue, oh my gosh, I'm just in love. Honestly, this dress is just something else. It looks so expensive. I cannot get over the fact that this is from Cupshe. The style and the shape of it is so flattering. It's got a little slit down at the bottom, which I always love because I just think it helps with the movement in the dress, and I love the length of it as well. It's just one of those dresses that I think is such a gem. It's such a gold mine that I'm going to keep in my wardrobe forever, that I can just whip out at any kind of occasions when I just want to look really elevated but still be really comfortable. It is just so unbelievably beautiful. It's something that I just live in at this time of year. It is shirt dresses. I love shirt dresses during the transitional period because they're so perfect on days when it's a little bit warmer, and then as soon as it gets a bit cooler, you just chuck a little chunky knit over the top, a cute little cardigan, and it just gives you that little extra bit of warmth. When I saw this little dress at Cupshe, I fell in love. I mean, how coastal auntie is this? It looks like you've stepped straight off of a Nancy Meyers movie. I love the pinstripe that runs down. I also love the elevated shoulders. You know how much I love a padded shoulder, and I know they're quite intimidating. A lot of you guys have told me that you're terrified of padded shoulders because you have really broad shoulders, you just find it a little bit much, but trust me, as a shorter girl, it is so flattering and so elevating. So this is a dress that I just think is such a perfect addition into your transitional wardrobe. This shirt dress is just so gorgeous. Do you see what I mean when I say that the padded shoulder detail is not something to be scared of? It's something that's actually just so elevating and elongating on your body. And I love this little detail with the little tie belt in the middle because it just cinches in your waist so beautifully, but actually a bit more casually as well without having to use a belt or anything like that. I mean, how perfect would this be for office attire? If you work in an office and you're looking for like beautiful transitional workwear pieces, this dress is just absolutely gorgeous. If there is one thing I love at this time of year, it is a sleeveless roll neck. I feel like they just are the perfect piece when the weather starts to get a little bit cooler, but you still like to have your arms out. You want to show off your tan if you've been using a little bit of gradual tan like I have. You still want to have a bit of movement and flexibility. I saw this one at Cupshe and just fell in love. I feel like it's one of those pieces that you just add one into your wardrobe and you will have it for years. It's so easy to style, it's timeless, it's classic. I'm so in love. Oh my goodness, I could not be more in love with this top. I don't even know if I'm going to call it a roll neck because I don't actually need to roll it down. I mean, you could if you wanted it away from your face a little bit more, but as you can see, it's not touching my chin, it's not touching my neck. I don't feel claustrophobic in the slightest, and I feel claustrophobic very easily with roll necks if they're like too tight or anything, and I just love where it hits on my shoulders. We get no roll around the bra strap. It's just so unbelievably flattering. I've actually just started up with this skirt and I kind of love how it looks. It just makes the skirt even more transitional and even more wearable. So we're already getting a bit of matchy wear in here, a bit of mixing and matching, but another gorgeous piece that I know I'm just going to get so much wear out of. And lastly, this little knitted sleeveless dress, again with the sleeveless vibe. I just love it at the end of summer. I feel like it's the perfect piece because it shows off the tan but still keeps you a little bit warmer, and I feel like a knitted dress is the perfect piece to reach for when you still want to be wearing those dresses, you still want to be wearing those really comfy outfits, but you just need a little bit more warmth. I love the detailing on this as well. That like monogram detailing around the sleeves and around the collar I think just elevates it so much, and this is one of those dresses that I just think is so easy to style, is so easy to wear, and the fact that you're able to pick it up at Cupshe for a discount, it doesn't get much better than that. Honestly, this knit is just the perfect transitional piece. I love the fact that you've got this kind of slit at the bottom because it makes it a little bit more wearable. It makes it a little bit less formal, which I really like, and I love the detailing at the top around the shoulder detail and the neckline. Now, in terms of sizes, I picked all of these up in a medium, and on Cupshe a medium is like a 12 to 14, and I would say it's more of a 12, not a 14. If you're a 14, I would go for maybe a large, but just to kind of give you a bit of a size reference, I picked up a medium in everything, and I will leave all of the pieces linked down below if you do want to shop them, because I could not be more in love with all of these bits. Honestly, I just think they are so perfect. Ready to plan out my transitional and autumnal wardrobe. We're going up. We're going up. Honestly, the difference between Alex driving this car and me driving this car is just hilarious. He actually cannot get in. I'm going to move back a bit actually because I feel very close to the camera. He cannot get in to like my seating position. Like he physically cannot get his legs underneath the steering wheel. He finds it so funny whenever he comes to the car after I've been driving it. And I find it hilarious whenever I come to the car after he's been driving it, because I feel like I'm sitting in the back. Like, I do not understand how he can sit so low and so far back. He must literally be driving like this. It blows my mind. Absolutely blows my mind. But good morning. We are out and about this morning. I'm in the Rover because we have a little road trip planned. I'm very, very excited to be heading to the Garden Society this morning. I think I've taken you there before, but oh my gosh, the Garden Society. If you live in and around Hampshire, you need to visit the Garden Society. It's in the West End. It's on Allington Lane, and it is just such a gorgeous garden centre. And it's one of those garden centres where that does not do it justice, calling it a garden centre, because it is very much like a society that loves plants, loves homeware and loves gardening. I feel like that is the best description. They've got a gorgeous restaurant there. They do afternoon teas. They just do like normal coffees and cakes and things like that. They have an amazing menu if you are going for like lunch. They do dinners as well, and they do these like experiences. I'd never actually done one of the evening experiences before, but I've heard they're absolutely amazing. In fact, a family friend of mine was one of the burlesque dancers, which is just so cool. They've obviously got the homeware section, which I'm very excited to see the new homeware. I'm hoping we're going to start seeing a little bit of transitional homeware, maybe even a little bit of autumn homeware. I don't want to get too ahead of myself. And then of course you've got the garden centre, which is like the outdoor bit with all of the plants. A lot of the veg plants actually that I bought this year were from the Garden Society, like my strawberry plant, a few of my like lettuce seedlings, things like that. They just have amazing plants in their garden centre as well. So it really is very much like a garden society of a garden centre. I absolutely love it. So I'm meeting Lady C for a coffee there. I'm going to be doing a little bit of homeware shopping, hopefully getting a little bit of inspired for the coming season, because it really is time to start thinking about just like getting ready for autumn, getting ready for this transitional period. And that is just one of my favorite things. I always love a change in season, and I always love getting excited for the coming season, the next season that is approaching. So I'm going to get on my merry way, and I will see you guys when we're at the Garden Society. So we have just arrived now, and after only just stepping through the door, I've already spotted so many gorgeous pieces that I am just obsessed with. This is going to be a very dangerous shop. I think I'm going to have to be very self-restrained, but they always just have so many gorgeous homeware bits in. I'm honestly just in love. Oh my goodness, I love this little colourful section. I feel like this kind of like terracotta-y, like yellowy orange is very in at the moment. This plate is absolutely stunning, little dahlia plate. Can you imagine having like your pudding off of that? That is such a cute little cake plate. And I love this tray here if ever you're feeling cheeky, having like a bit of a lap dinner in front of the TV. That is absolutely beautiful. They always do some of the best coffee table books, the best interior and gardening books. Here we've got Monochrome Home by Hilary Robinson. That looks absolutely gorgeous. And we've got Hans Blomqvist, The Method for Colour. Oh my goodness. This looks like a book that is right up my street. My floral affair, whimsical spaces and beautiful florals. If you love your faux flowers like I do, they do the most amazing faux flowers here at the Garden Society. I mean, look at the size of that dahlia. I don't think I've ever seen a faux dahlia like it. It is absolutely beautiful. And we've got these stunning hydrangeas. They look like they've been dried out so beautifully. But obviously they're faux. They're going to last forever in your home. I've just spotted this little green section over here, and I've fallen in love. I feel like all of these ornamental pieces, these vases and decor bits would work so well in our green living room. I just spotted this little pear. How cute is this? I love the vases as well, and all of like the little trinket trays, the little individual pieces. They are just so beautiful. One of my favourite things at the Garden Society is the aviary. Look at the little birds fluttering about. Can you see those ones sitting up there? They are so colourful. We've got some feeding, some having a drink. Honestly, it's just so incredible. I could just sit here all day and just watch the birds. Oh, I'm getting a lot of inspo from this cabinetry. This is just absolutely incredible. I would love to get like a big antique unit that we could just fill with all of our bits. I love the way that they've displayed everything on here as well, like the vases, the faux plants, the candles. This is honestly giving me so much inspiration. Oh, that's a bit rude. The pumpkins are out! Honestly, I shouldn't be this excited about pumpkins in August, but I just can't help myself. They are beautiful. Look at this one. I love the orangey tones, and oh my gosh, this mango wooden pot. That is stunning. I love these little pots here as well, almost like little tulip pots. Got a big one and a little one inside. Oh, they are gorgeous. I feel like they would be so beautiful for flower displays. Scandinavian home, if there's one thing I love, it's a chopping board. I feel like you just can't go wrong. They're so great when it comes to tablescaping. They're great when it comes to like interior styling. They're so easy to use and make such a big impact in the kitchen. I've just spotted this. Small spaces, big appeal. The luxury of less in under 1,200 square feet. To tell you the honest truth, I never really think about square feet. I always just think about like the room size. This looks like it's going to be right up my street. Oh, the homes. Oh, this is gorgeous. I always love interior books. I always just get so much inspiration from them. There's not a lot that I love more than a beautiful fluted vase. I mean, how stunning is that? I love the foliage that they've put inside of this one as well. And I always get so much inspiration from their tablescapes, from their little dining section. I love this. And oh my goodness, so much shelfie inspo. You know how much I love my open shelves. I love this little foliage here. This is absolutely gorgeous. Giving me like a bit more of like a wintry vibe. That could be really cool to switch up my more summery flowers in the winter for something a little bit more seasonal. I love this jug as well. That is absolutely beautiful. Terracotta color. It's just so in right now. I see so many terracotta pieces that I just absolutely adore. This kind of like mustardy, orangey terracotta color. It's just absolutely beautiful. So many gorgeous pieces here. And the wellness products at the Garden Society are just absolutely incredible. We've got the body wash here, the hand and body lotion. I can literally smell it from here. This has geranium, citrus and lavender and ylang ylang. Oh, I love ylang ylang. Whenever I get like massages, it's one of my favorite oils to use. We've also got the hand wash. I love the packaging as well. It's absolutely beautiful. Oh, the Herbalist. Soy wax candle, English lavender and bergamot. Oh, how incredible does that sound? I'm not gonna lie, I always forget that they have Katie Loxton at the Garden Society. They literally have all of the new in bags from the current season. They are just such gorgeous bags as well. They've even got my favorite, my little weekender bag, my overnight stay bag. It's such a great one. Obviously, picking them up in store means that you're not able to get them personalized, which is a shame because, as we say, that is such a chic thing to have when you've got the monogramming, the personalization, but they have so many of the gorgeous bags and it's so handy to be able to just pick them up in store. I love this one down here. This is like a lovely navy blue color that is absolutely beautiful. And I'm not gonna lie, I did not know that Katie Loxton do candles. That is absolutely amazing. It's a fresh linen candle. Oh, I think that's going to smell absolutely incredible. So I always forget that they have them here at the Garden Society. So that's another one that you can pick up whilst you're here, which is just so incredible. I also always get so much inspiration from the garden section outside. It is the dream to have some beautiful big urns. I mean, look at the size of that. He is taller than me. I'd love to have some like huge pots that we can pop my favorite like herbs and plants in. I always love their water features as well. I definitely love to get something like this in the garden. That is just absolutely beautiful. So we're heading into the restaurant for a coffee now, and they always decorate the restaurant so beautifully on theme. You can see the underwater theme continued behind me, the like pirate theme, and look at the fish tank right in the middle. It's honestly just incredible, but we're gonna go head in and get ourselves a coffee. well, considering how many gorgeous pieces I fell in love with yesterday, you will be so proud of how restrained I was at the Garden Society. We had the loveliest morning there. It really is the perfect place just to go for a little day visit if you live in or around Hampshire. It's such a gorgeous garden centre to go and visit. They do amazing food as well, actually, if you're going to go for brunch or for lunch. It's a shame, other than like the interactive evenings, they don't really do a lot of dinners there. I think it's like very specific dates that they do dinners, but the way that they decorate it, the way that it's just so interactive, it's so much more of like an experience rather than just like a typical garden centre. And obviously the theme of this year being under the sea is such a fun one. They've got fish tanks literally everywhere around the restaurant, so you're literally sitting eating your lunch and you've got little fishies swimming beside you, which is so much fun. I remember last year, actually, it was for my 25th birthday. Alex took me for afternoon tea there, which also is absolutely incredible. It's not like a normal afternoon tea, like your typical sandwiches, your typical scones. It's very bougie. Like, they do some really, really cool cakes. But he took me for afternoon tea, and the theme was Alice in Wonderland. So the entire restaurant was covered in roses, like red roses everywhere. It was like a floral wonderland. It was absolutely incredible. It had like red hearts and like cards everywhere. It was so cool. So I can't wait to see what other themes they have planned for the following year. So I think the themes are yearly, so it will be under the sea for the rest of the year. But I don't think they carry it out at Christmas time. I know it's so early to say the C word, but if you've been around since Vlogmas last year, you might remember I actually did a wreath making course at the Garden Society, and it was so much fun. And I do remember, actually, we booked it in like August, September. They did say to us, you need to get booked in early because they book up so quick. So that might be a really fun one to get organised for Vlogmas. But yeah, such a lovely day yesterday. And they've got obviously so many gorgeous interior bits. It's the kind of place where I feel like you can visit at any season, at any time of year, because it's such a seasonal place to go and visit. Obviously, they've got the gorgeous garden centre outside, and inside they've got all of the interiors with the beautiful seasonal pieces. But as I said, I didn't actually end up taking anything home, partially because I'm not quite ready for like the full-on autumn styling. You guys are the same as me. I know we spoke about this in my last video. We're not quite ready for like full-on autumn vibes. We're very much thinking about prepping and planning for the transitional period. But we are very much still in summer here in the UK. We've still got lovely warm weather. I mean, it's a little bit grey and cloudy today, but it's still lovely and warm. Like, I've got a little tank top on, hair's been chucked up. I'm just wearing hoops in order to elevate the look a little bit. But yeah, we're still very much in that transitional period. So we're not quite ready for full-on autumn. So I feel like give me another month or so before we start adding in the pumpkin decor and the like autumnal decor. But Lady C actually had quite a successful shop. She picked up some really cute pieces. So we actually just went back to hers yesterday afternoon. That's why I didn't vlog anymore, because we just went round to hers with her new purchases and just styled them up and see how they worked in her space. She's been changing up a few things in her home, and it's been really fun living vicariously through her and just helping her with her styling. But I really feel like I've changed how I kind of navigate interiors now, and I'm quite proud of myself for it, because I feel like it's, number one, a bit more sustainable, number two, a lot more curated, and number three, I'm actually finding it more enjoyable. I'm really loving how we're doing interiors, because it just feels like so much less pressure. It feels so much more of a journey, and it just means I can have so much more fun with it. I feel like in the past, when we had the flat and even in the old house, I used to very much be about the particular items. As I said, there were so many gorgeous pieces I fell in love with yesterday, so many individual vases or pots or planters that I could have taken home and gone, love it. And that's what I used to do. I used to see something, fall in love, and go, yeah, you're coming home with me, we'll style it up somewhere, we'll find a place for it, we'll find some way to style it, we'll make it work. And now I no longer do that. Now it's no longer about the individual item, but instead about the space as a whole. So instead of just like buying a piece and then styling it up, instead I think about the space, think about what's missing from it. How can we style this? How can we change it? What needs to be added? What needs to be switched out? What do we want to do with this area? Like, what's the overall vibe? What's the overall goal? And then I'll go from there. So for example, in the kitchen, I've been on the hunt for ages. I really want to get a floor length lamp in the kitchen, and I just have not found the right one. I keep flitting between doing a floor length lamp or doing sconces on the wall, and I feel like a floor length lamp is just a little bit less permanent, so probably the better option to go down if I'm a bit unsure with what I want to do. But I've just not found the right piece, and I'm not going to add something in just for the sake of it, just for the sake of having a lamp in here, because we're not really overhead lighting people. Alex and I are cozy lamp people. We love a lamp, and the kitchen is one place that we don't have one in. So let me know actually if you do have any recommendations. I've tried the usual places like Pookie, I've tried M&S Home, Next Home, John Lewis, and I've not quite found the right piece. I want something very rustic. I want something a little bit more antique that looks like you've literally picked it up from like a reclamation yard. That is the vibe that we are going for. So I'm very much thinking about like adding pieces in, very considered, and just making sure that I'm being so much slower with regards to my interior purchases, and I'm just so much more intentional with what I am adding in. So as much as I loved what they had in at the Garden Society, and would definitely recommend a visit if you are looking for anything new, especially when it comes to like planters, coffee table books, any kind of like interior styling pieces. They have so many gorgeous bits in, but I was very restrained and didn't actually pick anything up. But speaking of intentional purchases, we do have some updates, and I do have a quite big change to show you, which I'm so excited about. Something that I've been on the hunt for such a long time, for the perfect piece that's going to change up the living room. For the longest time, I feel like we've been living with something that's just not been quite right, and I've been fine with that because I wanted to make sure that when I replace the item, when I upgrade the item, it is the perfect piece, and it is the ultimate item that I am just in love with. So let me take you into the living room because I'm so excited about this new addition, and I feel like it's just changed the space. It's a little bit of a grey day today, so I've just popped the lamps on just to kind of give us a little bit of warmth and just to add a little bit of light into this room, because one thing with our living room that we absolutely love actually is that it is a north facing room, which means it comes up a little bit blue on camera because it doesn't really get much direct sunlight. In fact, it doesn't really get any direct sunlight, which makes it the perfect room to have as our little living space, as our cozy little snug. I absolutely love this room. It was one of my favorite spaces in this house when we went to buy it. I love the fact that it's got the bay windows. We cannot wait to put a log burner in the fireplace. I think it's just gonna be so lovely to add like a mantle and just style it up so much more. It really is the perfect place to like come to retreat to in the evenings and just hunker down and snuggle up. We absolutely love it. But there's been something I've been wanting to change for a really long time, and that was the rug that we had down here. I have been on the hunt for the perfect rug to add into this room, and I think I have found it. I could not be happier with how much this transforms this room. So the rug that we had down here before was, to tell you the truth, a piece that I probably shouldn't have really bought, talking about being considered, talking about not buying things for buying things' sake, but I really wanted to get something that was kind of the right colorway. I thought it was the right piece, and it just wasn't. We bought it when we first moved into the house because I wanted to, first of all, add something a little bit more cozy onto these wooden floors. We have the original floorboards, which is lovely, but obviously they're very cold. They're a little bit worn. We do need to get them restored and fixed at some point, but that is gonna be a big job. We're probably gonna have to literally move out of the house for about a week when they do it. So we've kind of been putting that off for a little while. So I just wanted to get something that's like the perfect cover, that's really lovely and cozy, lovely and soft underfoot. And I found this beautiful new rug from Ruggable. Now, I never actually shopped from them before, and I am so impressed. It was so quick with regards to the delivery, and actually super easy to like roll out. Apparently they're all washable, which is absolutely insane. And I decided to go for the like lovely, the extra cozy one, the one that's got a bit more like piling to it. So it feels really lovely. Underfoot, sorry, I don't have a pedicure done at the moment, so there's my little tootsies. But it's so lovely and cozy, and the color scheme just fits so perfectly with this room. So as you can see, we very much love the kind of like earthy, neutral vibes in this room. It's very much about the greens and the browns for us in this room, and we absolutely love it. I still am very much wanting to get something to put on this wall. It's still a very empty wall, but again, I'd rather leave the wall empty than add something that isn't quite right. I'd love to get maybe like a big art piece, but it has to be something that is perfect, that fills the space beautifully. And we love having all of our lamps because, as I said, we are not overhead lighting people. But yeah, this is the 6 foot by 9 foot, and that was another thing, is the rug that we had before just wasn't quite big enough. It's so funny when you like come into a space and how much you just have to like learn about the space, because the rug that we moved into this house with was so tiny, filled our old living room, so tiny in the space, so that's why we upgraded to the HomeSense one, and even that one wasn't big enough, and it was so much bigger than the last one that we had, so we've upgraded again and gotten an even bigger one, which I absolutely love. I also love the way that it like matches with the fireplace. I feel like the browns just work so well together, and this is one that they had on their website in lots of different like variations and lots of different colorways. They had like a beige version of this, a greeny version, a bluey version, I think like a reddy version, which was really cool as well if you have a little bit more of like color in your home. But I just loved the brown, and I love how it works in the space. I just think it adds so much like coziness and also almost a little bit of like etherealness. I think it really elevates the space. One thing again I've really learned with this house is that modern features just do not work. I'm really leaning into those antique pieces. I'm really leaning into those kind of like older vibes, and I do absolutely love it. Like our antique tables just work so well in here, and I feel like this is more of like an antique style rug, which just fits in the space so perfectly. So the perfect new addition into our living space. I honestly could not be more in love. There is no better feeling than when a space starts to come together. When those dreams, those like interior visions you've had and those mood boards start to come to life. And when those like little interior risks actually pay off. I feel like that's such a huge thing. You know, when you're unsure about something, you don't know how it's gonna work within the space, and actually it just blends the space so well together. In fact, it elevates the space even more. I feel like rugs are one of those pieces that really can make or break a room. They can make such a difference to a space, especially if you're like me, you've got wooden floors or stone floors, or you've got any kind of like hard flooring. They are such a godsend at creating that coziness, at really like adding that warmth in, but also elevating the room. I could not be happy, and I'm actually so excited that Ruggable have been so generous and offered you guys a 10% discount code. So if you use the code PetiteElliee10, you can get 10% off at Ruggable. And I'm not going to lie to you, I kind of think I might have to use my code myself, because I would love to get maybe like a runner in the hallway. I think it would be so lovely. I'm debating whether we need something in at the kitchen, and maybe a little rug almost as like a zoning area for the dining space could be really nice. Now that I know how amazing the rugs are, how great the delivery was, how easy it was actually to lay. Like, we have laid rugs in the past and we all know the deal. If you can get through building furniture with your partner, you can get through anything. And actually it really wasn't that difficult. So it was so fab to have like a good experience with regards to changing up the interior. So I'm so happy with how it's looking and how much the living room is just coming together. Like all of the fabrics, all of like even just like the cushions. I love these ones from Ultimate Home. They are just my favorites. They are just blending so seamlessly and working so well together. And of course there's still a little way to go. There's still changes that we want to make. Like I would love to add curtains into this room. I think would be so lovely at adding that kind of like coziness and that warmth. We would love to do a log burner in the fireplace behind us, which again is going to be a huge job. To like a full fireplace around, a full mantle and log burner would add a lot of physical warmth, but also visually I think would just be so beautiful. So there's still a lot of changes that we need to make, but changes that we can make so slowly, that we can make at our own pace, at our own time, and just really enjoy the process. So I'm so happy with the new addition in this room. I just want to spend all day in here now. It has just become the loveliest, coziest space, and I could not be happier. Oh my gosh, I was just carrying in a little PR parcel. Can you see that? I have just given myself a paper cut on my pinky that actually really hurts. That is absolutely ridiculous. I cannot believe I've just done that. It's right on the like crease, you know, like that second knuckle. Is it even gonna show? There it is, look at that. It's actually really deep and really sore. I can't believe I have just done that. But anyway, I've come in here because it is the end of the day. I was just thinking about getting my makeup off and having a bit of a cozy evening, and I had a knock at the door, and I could not be more excited for what has just arrived, despite the fact that it has just given me a paper cut. I am still excited about what has arrived. A couple of little top-ups from LMS, which you know how much I adore LMS products. They just do the most beautiful skincare pieces, like items that I feel like really work and really do what they say on the tin when it comes to skincare. And I've been really thinking about what I want to utilize on my skin at the moment, especially as we are what am I trying to say? As we're coming into the transitional period. Can you tell us the end of the day? I really need to just switch off, because my brain at about 5-6 o'clock just kind of stops working. Anyway, as we're coming into the transitional period, I I feel like it's usually around this time of year that my skin starts to kind of freak out a little bit and starts to maybe break out or starts to get a little bit dry, and I really need to think about what products I'm using on my skin. God, that paper cut really hurts. Sorry, camera battery died. You can really tell it's getting to the end of the day. Ellie's brain's not working, Ellie's camera's not working. It is just that time that we need to switch off and unwind. What was I saying about the Elemis collection? Basically, I love Elemis. I absolutely adore their skincare range, and I'm so excited that they now do their best sellers in a really handy collection. So if you know someone who maybe hasn't tried Elemis before, or you know that they absolutely love the brand, I feel like this would make such a great gift, like a birthday present for someone, because this is basically all of the best products from Elemis. In here we have the Pro Collagen Cleansing Balm, we've got the Pro Collagen Marine Cream, which is the day one, and the Pro Collagen Night Cream, which, oh my gosh, I absolutely adore. I feel like the Pro Collagen range is just such a like innovative range that Elemis did, and it was like nothing else that any other brand has ever done. Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful as well. I love this packaging. I mean, how special would that be to receive on your birthday? It's just so beautiful. All of the gorgeous bestsellers in there. The Pro Collagen Cleanser is one of my favorite cleansers because it's so greasy. And I know that sounds really weird, and I know that doesn't sound like something you want to put on your face, but trust me when I say it melts away your makeup. It literally feels like you are just applying like a moisturizer to your face that just blends away your makeup. And I tried lots of different cleansers that I feel like have stripped my skin a little bit. I feel like they've been a bit dry and they've been a bit sore on my eyes. I use this for my eye makeup as well, and it takes away makeup so beautifully. And I love the marine creams as well. They are so lovely when it comes to like giving that really like bouncy, rejuvenated skin. So I'm going to use the night cream tonight, and I'll use the day cream tomorrow morning. I love being able to use products that are kind of almost designed to be together, like you know they're going to work really, really well in partnership. So I'm going to get my makeup off with this tonight. They've also very kindly sent over a new eye cream. I've not actually tried this one before, so I'm really excited to give this a try. This is the Pro Collagen Eye Renewal Anti-Wrinkle Cream, and it is something that I am starting to think about, because I'm definitely starting to see just like those little fine lines that obviously everybody has, and it's such a blessing to age. It's such a blessing to actually get lines like that. I always feel like whenever I see like smile lines forming, it just goes to show that I've had a very happy and very smiley life. So I'm not bothered about it, but it is just something that I want to start thinking about with regards to my eye cream and with regards to the products that I'm using on my face. So this says here that it's for fine lines and wrinkles around the eyes. It has Padina pavonica, blue green algae, and a chlorella, and it firms, smooths, and hydrates. Honestly, Ellie, your brain has just completely stopped working. So this sounds like a really, really lovely product to try as well tonight. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm really excited, because tonight we're gonna get ourselves cozy. We're gonna get ourselves back down into the living room, and we are gonna binge watch the new season of The Umbrella Academy. It came out a week or so ago, a couple of weeks ago. And oh my gosh, I've been so excited to watch it. We've been watching all of the others. That's why we're a little bit delayed, because we've been catching up. And obviously there's a lot of episodes and 3 seasons to catch up on. And I'm really glad we did, because I feel like The Umbrella Academy is one of those programs where actually the more you watch it, the better it gets. Every single time you watch it, the entire season, for like the first time you watch it, the entire season, whether that's season 1, season 2, or season 3, you spend the whole time going, what the hell is going on? I'm so lost, I'm so confused, I don't understand a thing. And then it kind of like wraps up and you're like, ah, I get it now. Oh, that's clever. Oh, plot twist. And it's a really, really good show. I would definitely recommend watching it. And I have seen a few little clips online, and all I'm going to say is number 5 looks dishy. I mean, a little bit young for me, unfortunately, but wow. Has he aged like fine wine? He is absolutely gorgeous. So I'm really excited to watch the new and final season. Let me know what you think of it. No spoilers, but let me know if you enjoyed it and if you are watching it as well. So I'm gonna get my makeup off. I'm gonna get myself into comfies, and we're gonna go and snuggle downstairs, and I cannot wait. It is just my favorite way to spend an end of a day. So I'm gonna get my makeup. Off. I'm gonna get my PJs on, and we're gonna have a lovely early night, a lovely cozy night on the sofa, and I cannot think of anything better. So I'm gonna get my makeup off. I'm gonna give myself a really lovely pamper. I'm gonna get into PJs, I think, because it feels like a PJ party at night, and it's just gonna be a lovely cozy night on the sofa. And let me tell you, those are my favorite kinds of evenings. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Got to the end, comment cozy down below in your comment, because that is exactly the kind of night we're gonna have. A lovely cozy evening, and I love knowing who gets to the end of my video. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, I would love it if you hit it now. You can come and join us for the weekly vlogs as well as my fashion videos. I am loving doing the fashion videos for you guys as well, and especially as we head into the autumnal months, I've got lots of exciting things planned. So I'm gonna leave you guys here. Have the loveliest evening, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.